Hey guys, I'm JanetOnOccasion, and today we're playing the Total War Warhammer 2 Battle Replay. So, as you can see, I have brought the Lizardmen, and I'm against Chaos. So, basically, I picked Lizardmen because I knew it would be a tough matchup, and I wanted to see what would happen. So, obviously, you know, things that I've got here, right? It's armor and big stuff. That's what Lizardmen are good at. What what do they not have? Don't have a lot of armor piercing. Well, they do on their large stuff, but basically we're going to be fighting a lot of infantry with a lot of armor and a lot of good anti-large. So it's a tough matchup, honestly. So here I've got a load of skink cohorts, just cheap stuff because I want to just bog them down with something. I've also got a couple of units of Croxicores. These guys with great anti-infantry, so if it's like, you know, if I'm fighting Chaos Warriors or Chosen or, well, even Marauders, they should do a load of damage, provided they don't have, you know, halberds. So, yeah. Great weapons though, they should do okay, but yeah, halberds are going to be a real problem, so I'm going to need to watch out for that. Also, I do have a Skink Priest of Beasts on an Ancient Staggadon. Flock of Doom is going to be really vital for, you know, chiseling away at the really heavily armoured stuff. And I've also got a Saurus Scar Veteran and a Saurus Old Blood. These two, both fantastic anti-large units, very mobile, and yeah, both got a unit, you know, a charge of cold-blooded, so they can heal each other. It's just great. I love these guys. I didn't bring Croc-Guard this time. It's just the Saurus Old Blood, so should be cool. Anyway, I've also got 3 units of Chameleon Skinks. I think these guys should be fun for some harass, but I've got to watch out for cavalry a lot. So I'm hoping, you know, Stalk will keep going for some time. So over here, you can see I'm up against a Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Death. So Spirit Leech is going to be a real problem here if I don't shut this down early. So a little bit worrying. And his front line is absolutely terrifying. He's got all Chaos Warriors with great weapons and halberds in the front line, along with some armoured trolls and some aspiring champions. So basically the Skinks are going to get maybe 3 kills between them fighting this. He's also got some Chaos Knights with lances. So these guys, 80 charge bonus, which is huge, 120 armour. So it's going to be tough, but I do have some pretty good anti-large to deal with them, you know, in my big dinos. So should be okay. He's also got some Chaos Warhounds of Poison. And if we go over here, he's also got some more Chaos Warhounds of Poison. Now this is a great pick. The Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes, they're pretty cheap, but they do have armor-piercing missiles. And they don't have to worry too much about me just, you know, getting a load of archers to shoot at them, basically, because it's Lizardmen and we don't have a load of archers. So that should work out really well. These are a great pick. These will be able to do a lot of damage to very expensive units of mine. So pretty great build. So here I'm just gonna keep stim a bit here, and also there's the Spirit Leech that I'm worried about. But I am getting a bit of damage on this guy with you know, ooh, yep, missed that, brilliant. So he's coming behind me to get some axes on these guys. He hit the Skinks a bit, but that's fine. I don't mind him hitting the Skinks. The Skinks are here to die. Honestly, they're not here to do anything. They're here to bog things down a little bit. So Flock of Doom comes down here, which is great. To do some early damage to the halberds, and you know, the great weapons here. So that's fantastic news for me. Over here, I'm getting some damage in with my Chameleon Skinks, and it's going to distract a lot of his cavalry. And actually, these guys will perform pretty well. They are very hard to pin down. So I've got them on skirmish. They'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And over here, he sees that there's a lot of damage coming down on his units, so he will actually bring the Chaos Knight back rather than wasting them on the Chameleon Skinks. And over here, he does actually land his Sorcerer Lord, seeing that I'm busy over here. But he doesn't have any trolls in this blob, so he's got nothing to stop me from just running straight through. So immediately, I get him surrounded with Croxicores. So now he can't take off. He can't run through the Croxicores. And then, yeah, 2 Carnosaurs nipping at him. That's going to be great. So another Spirit Leech came down on someone there. Was it my Old Blood? Someone. Oh, looks like he hit the Croxicores with a Fate of Una. Fair enough. And so yeah, another Flock of Doom came down here. It was pretty good. So you can see a lot of damage there now. A lot of damage. How are the Skinks doing? 0 kills. Sounds about right. So here, I've managed to kill his dragon very decisively. He should not have landed him when there was all these dinosaurs. In this matchup, I think it's a bit of a waste bringing the dragon. I think maybe like a Manticore might be good, because, you know, he'll be able to stay alive. You know, Pterodons won't necessarily be able to take him out, because they're not the best in melee. You can use Fate of Boona on them to whittle them down nice and quickly. You know, help out with the Marauder Horsemen. You know, use them to sort of stop the Pterodon rise as well. I think you're just safer on a Manticore, but you're not wasting your money. The Breath Attack is very good though, so yeah, maybe that's worth considering. Use that against like Temple Guard, and you're laughing. So yeah, maybe it is worth it. But landing, no. no, it's not safe. Don't do that until you've whittled away at some of the big guys. You need to make it so it's dangerous, you know, to attack. So that was, yeah, not wise, not wise. So here, again, these guys aren't on skirmish. So a bit of Miss Micro over here as well. So damn shame. So here, I've got my chameleon skinks shooting them as well. They actually get terrified away, which is a bit annoying. In engagements like this, I wish that I didn't terrify them. It's nice if you could turn it on and off, you know? Just maybe have the Carnosaurs give a nice smile, you know, look more approachable. Because as soon as they get terrified away, it means they get out of the engagement. If they aren't terrified, they'll sit and fight for longer, and I get to kill more of them, which is great. So anyway, so here, I'm actually going to try and go for these, yeah, these guys here, the Chaos Knights. Because they've stopped here, which is great. They've decided to turn skinks, and now I can get on top of them with a load of anti-large. I've got the Croxagores, you know, so they can't really get a good charge in. So they can take a lot of damage on the Chaos Knights for free. This is all free damage for me, which is great. Obviously, though, he still has these armor-piercing, you know, axes being thrown at me. So that's pretty good news. Here, though, he has blobbed up so much that he is just asking to get Flock of Doomed again and again. Which is great. I mean, look how much damage all these halberds have taken. It's great news for me. And here comes another one. This is an overcasted one, I believe. Yep, so that's overcast. It's going to last even longer. So that's great news. And yeah, my chameleon skinks are still having a whale of a time back there. I'm getting some skinks back, so I'm pretty sure I try and... oh no, I don't try and pull out again, actually. I go straight for these Chaos Trolls first. Because I see them sort of on their own. I've got a load of anti-large, and I reckon I can get rid of these guys nice and quickly. Which is great. So, unfortunately though, my Croxagores do go out of control. So they are just going to sit here. But it is bogging these units down. You know, they can't really pass through the Croxagores because they are very fat. So, so that's good. Very heavy. So now I actually pull out and I use a Cold-Blooded on the Saurus Old Blood, I believe. So yeah, I used a load of abilities in that fight, but I haven't really used the most of it, you know. I haven't made the most of those. But it's okay. So here, while they're all blobbed up again, another big Flock of Doom, and look how much damage these halberds have taken now. And I've barely fought them, you know? So that's fantastic. These are the most threatening things to me, you know, on the battlefield, and they're just getting whittled down. I'm just outmaneuvering them, basically. So here, I actually decided to commit, because I see their leadership is low. So I want to hit them now, right, well, I've just taken a load of damage, and here, with my Scar Veteran, I trigger, what's it called? Plaque of Dominion, that's it. So -8 leadership for those guys. I was taking a load of damage, all the terror hits them, they're being attacked by ranged units, so just huge, huge debuffs there. And with damage taken, generally, it's massive. So, yeah, it's a great way to rout people. So I mentioned a few replays ago, actually, when I was playing the Lizardmen. It's great to have that, you know, if you just basically get all your big monsters to attack all at once, the damage, you know, just sort of spikes. And they suddenly take a big hit to their leadership. And, you know, if you've got Fire Leech Bowlers as well, you can get the ranged attacks in there for a further buff. And also, if you drop rocks on them, they're going to go, oh no, getting hit by artillery as well. So that's another big damage to their, you know, leadership. So if you stack that with the extra -8 from either I think the Saurus Old Blood and the Scar Veteran can both have that plaque of Dominion, or is Domination, whatever it is, the plaque of leadership debuffs. Yeah, you could break them even quicker, which is fantastic. Obviously I didn't bring the Pterodon Riders or Fire Leech Bowlers this time round, but I could do. Honestly, these guys cost 600. The standard Pterodons cost 600 as well, I believe. So, you know, I drop 3 of these, I can get 2 units of the Fire Leech Bowlers and change. So, that's pretty huge. That's pretty massive. I think they do great. Although, I did love how much they just dedicated, you know, like sending cavalry and, you know, warhounds and things after the chameleon skinks. And I had a load of ammo left. I could have used these guys to harass a lot before the end of the battle. So it would have been pretty sweet. But, yeah, just Lizardmen, great at just smashing that leadership. It is great fun. And you kind of need that against a load of Chaos Warriors. Obviously, you know, having killed his Lord, that's something you want to do nice and early as well. That's obviously a huge debuff to leadership. But with this kind of army, you know, you can just pen in any Lord and just go at them very quickly. You know, you can just shut them down. They've got to be very wily to keep their Lord alive if you, you know, if you decide you want him dead. So it's great. I really like this build actually. And yeah, I think just landing that Lord is what did it. I think that's what really gave him the disadvantage there, because the amount of times he could have spirit leeched my guys, he could have killed one of these guys, and it would have made it much easier to fight him. So, yeah, bit of a shame. But, man, just that sorcerer died so quickly. So, guys, anyway, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.